So first, I would like to say that I am in no way, shape, or form an authority on anything that I will talk about. I am only an entertainer, here to entertain myself. And if anyone else should find themselves entertained, that is purely coincidence. So, I've been reading lately about Carl Jung's theory on the split in the ego that results in what's called the persona and the shadow, which is where we, in a sense, very general sense, um, make decisions or form beliefs about who we are, and in doing that, decide what we will be and what we cannot be. And that um, limits our range of expression. So, the point of this is that we still contain those um, urges, and we still have those tendencies, but we just deny that they are ours. We bury them. We ignore that they exist, but they continue to exist in us, in our persona. So, those things that we decide we cannot be become our shadow, and those things which we think are acceptable become our persona. And this information has been coupled in my readings with theories about projections, which is where we see or think we see our repressed tendencies in other people, which is to say, we recognize the things that we desire or have set ourselves against in other people, and then we respond to our environment with those feelings about our own state. For example, I see someone doing something that I've decided I cannot do. That is not who I am. When I see someone else do it, and then I judge them and shoot my brain energy at them that I use on myself, and that's what I'm doing. When I see them doing something and I do that, I'm in myself recognizing it, seeing that it's there, and then shooting that, and we think that we're doing it to them, but you're in your head alone. Your thoughts aren't coming out and hitting people. And somebody who's doing something you don't like isn't emanating some energy that affects you. We're doing this to ourselves. This is our projection. We clobber ourselves, as Ken Wilber put it, with our own energy, our own thoughts. And, when we feel judged by other people, that's kind of the same thing, right? Judgment from another person, what is that judgment? Is that like some thing that shoots through the air and strikes you and you feel it? No, that's you in your head projecting your own insecurities into the eyes of people watching you, as though, they are your thoughts. Are they? So those things that we repress, which are our shadow, we project onto other things and respond to. And so, like, when you're like snapping at somebody, there's probably some thing in yourself that you don't like, that you're seeing in them, and you're responding to the fact that you don't like it in yourself by being aggressive towards them, which is misplaced feeling. So the idea of projection is kind of this mirror image. Like, you put up a mirror and you hate into the mirror, at this person you think you're looking at, but really you're staring at yourself, hating yourself. That's what you're seeing. That's just the metaphor, right? Don't take that too seriously. Ruin your thought or whatever. So I started thinking about these ideas and thinking about my own intense emotions that I feel about the world around me. And asking myself if they're projections. And I had to ask myself what were the big feelings that I feel, and one of them is a ever-present fear of abandonment. It's so ever-present that most of the time there's no apparent reason to be feeling it. I just feel it. And I have to hang it somewhere. And so in my weakest moments, I will feel that, I'm just being abandoned by my friends, and being abandoned by my family, and being abandoned by the world around me. My dog won't even lay with me. Oh, God, And so now I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, this has been a crippling condition for a long time, and it's led me to some seriously deep depression. So it's worth asking myself, am I projecting? Am I understanding something. And so if I feel that the world is abandoning me, let's take that like from the same perspective as if I was getting mad at someone. Let's assume. Um, so let's flip this emotion around. I feel that I'm abandoning me, right? So what does that mean? Well, I mean, my experiences growing up, I was taught not to defend myself or show any emotion. Don't show that I was upset about what was happening. Don't show that I was angry or resentful or felt like I was being unfairly treated. Couldn't show any of that. Couldn't. And I just brought more punishment. It was stone face, poker face, dick face. And so the parts of myself that I repressed were the parts of myself that would have stood up for me. They would have said, no, this isn't cool. I don't want this. Why is this happening? Why are you treating me like this? Instead, there were other beliefs and voices that made me think that I couldn't stand up, that I didn't have the right. I was a child. I mean, you can't stand up to an adult. You can't talk back. You can't, which is defending yourself a lot of the time, especially if the adult who's talking to you is projecting his shit all over you or her shit all over you. If they're living in the same illusions that people who are projecting, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm projecting this fear onto myself, and I've projected anger onto other people and felt angry in myself and thought that it was because of other people, but it was me feeling angry about myself. And that must be what these people are doing too, because there's no logical reason for it otherwise. The psychological trauma's definitely been present in all of their lives, so I could see them ending up that way. Everybody's got some heavy duty experience that's happened in their life that they carry as a lesson. It teaches them how to be who they are or cripples them for life, one or the other. We choose. And the whole side of myself that I repressed was the side that I needed to be there. And so I always felt like the most important person ever didn't show up. And it was so easy to say that it was all these other people, but the truth is, it was me. I didn't show up. I should have been like, fuck this. Like, no, this is bullshit. Like, you don't treat me like that. I'm a fucking human being. I'm a fucking child. You're an adult. Like, I didn't show up for myself. That broke me for years. And I've thought that it was other people. And I've been so mad at so many other people because I thought that they were abandoning me and didn't care about me. And I cared about them so much. But the only person I didn't realize was never caring about me was me. And I felt it so real. So fucking real. It was me. The whole fucking time. What an asshole I am. Not showing up. But I guess I did now.